But like in COD.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jawwnn. Welcome back to another video. So I've got a lot of stuff I want to talk about today. If you guys have been on YouTube in the past few days or on Twitter or something, you've probably seen or heard of the changes that YouTube is apparently making come January 1st, 2014. I wanted to cover some of that stuff for two reasons. One, for you guys, because I'm sure you guys would want to know if you guys have got small channels of your own, because it might impact you when you're trying to build your channel and grow your channel. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing. I've seen people saying how it's going to bring down YouTube and kill YouTube, which I can agree with mostly for bigger YouTubers, because that's kind of their job, you know. That's how they make their living. So they're going to take that stuff seriously because, you know, their YouTube channel is everything they learn. I'm wording that wrong. Everything that they do, you know, the rent they pay, whether it's an apartment, their house, their mortgage, whatever, their car payments, everything is from their YouTube channel. It's this thing on the internet that is just so fragile. It could be gone in a split second, just like that. So that's why some people are overreacting to this kind of thing. And overreacting isn't a bad thing. So just keep that in mind. But when I review some of the stuff, just keep in mind that this may impact you, may not impact you. It could be impacting you right now. I know some people have been getting copyright strikes. And so that brings up what I want to talk about. And so, what YouTube is apparently doing, I've got an article pulled up here, and I'm going to read through some of the stuff, and then I'll talk about that. So just stick around if you want to hear some of that stuff. If you don't, not a big deal. So there's a good and a bad and the ugly breakthrough right now. And so the good thing is, it says, what is perhaps a positive from YouTube's new policy is that creators will have to up their game a bit more in terms of the type of quality original content they produce, which ultimately benefits the viewer. Whilst fair usage rights are very much understood in terms of using copyrighted materials to make money, it's likely that a more definitive set of guidelines will be made available from either the copyright owners, community, or YouTube itself to address this. So basically what that means is, to break it down, kind of a TLDR, if you guys don't know what that is, go on Reddit, you'll figure it out. But basically that's saying is they're enforcing a new copyright kind of enforcement. I mean, I can't think of the word for that, but so basically what that means is, you know how sometimes you make videos and you put music behind them, and then you check your video manager a few minutes later and you see it says third-party content matched, something like that. That's because YouTube is recognizing that the audio in your video is property of some other artist, and some artists do not want their music or their audio on other parts of the internet unless they're getting some revenue from that, because that's their music, that's their work, and they want credit for that. And some artists are fine with just, you know, giving credit in the description of your video or something like that. And some aren't, and that's why you get a strike sometimes, is because YouTube will contact that artist, producer, whoever made the soundtrack, and say, listen, this guy's making a video with your audio in the background, are you sure you're okay with this? And they'll usually say no, and then YouTube will give you a strike because you don't have permission to use their content. Now let me go into the bad section right here. It says, for the smaller gaming channels and those starting fresh, YouTube will still be a viable platform for exposure, but there will be no or little financial reward. That's important, unless you've been granted permission from the copyright owner, which is highly unlikely if creators are posting Let's Plays or gameplay clips. This is huge, so pay attention to this, guys. For some, having no monetary perk will choke content and undoubtedly will mean less videos being uploaded, which could result in more focused exposure for products and increased ad revenue for those who are more able to create unique content. I love this paragraph right here. I'm going to break this down. So, one of the points I wanted to bring up, this is going to be so key for people. People have been complaining that YouTube is watered down, and a lot of the reason of that is because since it's so easy to create a YouTube channel now, there are tons of kids across the world that are seeing these big YouTubers, and they're saying to themselves, I can do this, I can make money off this. And these kids are sitting in their houses all day and they're making videos, hoping to get paid for it. They're spending all day uploading tons of videos, lacking, you know, a creative aspect to them. And that's the reason why YouTube is so watered down right now, is because people are doing YouTube for the wrong reasons. Back in 2006, YouTube there wasn't any revenue behind it. You posted videos as a hobby. And now what this is saying is this is going to kind of separate those true YouTubers who enjoy doing it from those that are doing it solely for the money. Because what it says here,
you could win a 1 vs.
YouTube will
5
still be a viable platform for exposure, but there will be no little financial reward. That's the part that's going to get people, because they're going to see this and think, you know what, time to move on. If I'm not getting money from this, what's the point? Because a lot of people do not do YouTube for the fun aspect of it. They do it for the money. So that's going to really impact you. I'm excited, not in this kind of like, oh my god, I'm getting ready for so many channels to get closed. I'm excited because to see like kind of how that changes and how people that actually put effort in their videos will finally get noticed, because that's the struggle for a lot of people. Now here's the ugly. It's a little bit longer, but I'll read through it kind of quickly. Ultimately, for some content creators, the lure of being able to bypass the current system's checking procedure when joining a network will be diminished. For those already partnered, they will be locked in contracts which really offer no other benefits, but will be paying them up to 50% of their earnings regardless until they are able to break the contract or it expires. So basically all it's talking about is your contracts are going to stay the same. You're going to be still stuck with that contract with any partnership come 2014. What has also been established is that networks will be able to select channels to be affiliate or managed for those who are trusted to produce original content that do not infringe copyrights being managed and avoiding the checks, and those who do not, or who fall in a gray area becoming affiliated. Managed channels will be the responsibility of the network. Alright. So I'm guessing that means that partnered companies that give up partnerships are going to start may start categorizing certain channels if they trust them. This naturally means the bigger channels are likely to this naturally means the bigger channels are likely to continue to thrive as businesses, and the smaller channels become more hobbyist. Alright, I can agree with that a little bit. It also suggests that both Microsoft and Sony will undoubtedly exercise some control over videos being uploaded to YouTube through their next-gen devices such as Xbox One, PS4. I know PS4 was having some Sony was having some conflict regarding copyright. They were almost released a PS4 without you being able to upload anything without copyright strikes. Alright, so to wrap all that up, come 2014, YouTube is really going to come down to the point where, do you enjoy it? And if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do well on YouTube. Like, people say that now. People are like, oh, if you don't like YouTube now and you do it for the money, you're not going to be successful. I'm not going to name any names. There are tons of YouTubers that are doing it right now just for the money. I can't believe people actually say that. And they're successful at it too. But this is really going to change YouTube. I'm excited to see what happens. Let me scroll down here. The reality. This is the last little part. While it's not clear how far reaching YouTube's new policy will be when it rolls out early next year, the reality for many will be they will not be able to continue to post gameplay videos, trailers, and monetize them without proof or permission from the copyright owner. This system is said to be random, but possibly based on a trust rating. Whilst not gospel, it is suggested that creators will still be able to upload and monetize their videos, but if a video is flagged or proof of permission is provided, then it will become easier for that user to keep posting videos without being flagged. Alright. So you guys really don't have to be too worried about this. This is all speculation, of course. Some of this stuff is confirmed, but most of it's speculation. As long as you've got permission from the person you're uploading, you don't have anything to worry about. It's not like YouTube's not gonna turn into a dictatorship. You guys don't have anything to worry about. As long as you're posting stuff that you're sure isn't copyrighted. Like for instance, if you guys know the artist Jawwnn, he's got some music, kick-ass music. I could honestly use his music for every video. And I don't think he copyrights his music, as long as you give him credit. He's really cool. Check out his video. Check out his music in the description. I'll put maybe his YouTube channel or something like that. But yeah, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the commentary. Hopefully this is a little, insightful. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. If you've got a channel of your own. And yeah, you guys have a good one. I'm out.